Hi guys, this is the free website guy over at don'tpayforwebdesign.com, and in this video I'm going to be showing you how to build your own website from start to finish. I'm going to try to take you every step of the way, and I'm going to try not to skip a single step. But if for some reason I do, it doesn't matter. I'm going to give you my contact information. You can get a hold of me by simply calling me or texting me at 832-713-7332 anytime while you're watching this video or while you're building your own website. You have any questions, feel free to just call and ask me. I'll be more than happy to help you out. I also have a Skype account, free website guy, and gtalk, don't pay for web design at gmail.com. At some point in the future, I'm also going to have a live chat system over at the don'tpayforwebdesign.com website. So look for that, and if you ever want to shoot the breeze with me, just log in and chat. All right. So the website that we're going to be building today is, it's actually going to be a pretty high-end type of website. This is the same technology that big major companies like CNN, MSNBC, Forbes, and even MTV are using. Okay, here's the CNN.com website. CNN uses it to upload all these images and videos and articles. Here you have the MSNBC.com website, Forbes magazine, and MTV. Check out this cool slideshow. Now the cool thing about this particular framework that I'm going to be showing you how to use is that it's absolutely free. This is an open source system called WordPress. And WordPress, it's a content management system that's developed by the open source community. It's a bunch of developers who literally just donate their time and their skills to produce this software, and we get to use it for free. Again, since the software is free, you can download it from WordPress.org. You can ignore all this, of course, because I'm going to be showing you how to install it like with one click and without ever having to get your hands dirty with any of the files and coding or anything like that. So, all right. So let's see here. You do need a couple things out of the way. You do need a hosting account. A hosting account is what you're going to use to keep your files, and this is something that you can't get away from. Neither is the domain name. All right, so your hosting account is where you upload your files to. This is where your website, this is the computer that makes your website available to the internet, and your domain name is similar to your phone number. When you dial it, it reaches the other end. Same thing with the domain name. If I go mydomain.com, it's routed to go over to where my website is being hosted. Therefore, when I type in my domain name, boom, my website pops up. Again, those are two things that you can't get away from. You need them. It doesn't matter where you get them from, as long as you use a system that uses something called cPanel. If your web hosting provider provides cPanel to manage your hosting account, you'll be able to follow along with this video. All right, it's that simple. Other than that, I do recommend that if you don't already have a web hosting account, give HostGator a try. They have all these tools available to you in a nice little bundle. And let me just say something. This is not a sales call. I'm not trying to sell you HostGator. I'm not trying to sell you anything. So if you sign up for them, I will give you this coupon code, free design, all capital letters, and check out what happens. Let me see here, HostGator.com. Take a look at what happens when you use this coupon code. I'm going to go to the baby plan, and I'm going to sign up on a monthly plan. Click the order now button. If you already have a domain name, you can just type that in there. If you don't, you can feel free to register one. It doesn't matter. This is all up to you. I'm sure you can figure out how to sign up for your own web hosting account. You don't need me for that. But the reason why we're here is because I want to show you this thing. Let's get rid of all these add-ons, okay? If you are signing up for HostGator and you do want these add-ons, feel free to select them. You can also select them later on after you've signed up. But take a look at this. When you first sign up with HostGator, they try to give you this coupon code that's 20% off. Now that's a pretty good savings already as it is, but check out this coupon code. Free design, click validate, boom. See, basically takes your $9.95 first month and reduces it down to 1 penny. So you know what? If you're looking for a web hosting account, you don't already have something, I recommend you use HostGator. You're gonna get it for 1 penny for the first month. I'm gonna get a few bucks for the referral. So if you want to help me out, sign up using the coupon code. That way I get a few bucks in return, and it'll motivate me to continue doing more videos like this. Anyways, having said that, let's get rid of that, and let's take a look at the website that we're going to be designing today. All right, so the website we're going to be building today, by all appearances, it might seem a little bit of a basic website, but it's actually a pretty advanced website on par with what some of the major companies are doing. But keep in mind, it is for demonstration purposes only. When you're done with this video, you will be able to take the skills and tools you learned from this video and apply them to your own website and basically do whatever you want with it. It's all up to your creative judgment and your own creative expression, and how much time you're willing to invest on your own website. So this particular website has a custom logo, which I'm going to show you how to build without having to use Photoshop or any other out-of-pocket expenses. We also have a nice little menu bar up here at top. We have a 5-page website. The home page doesn't really count because it's sort of a conglomerate of different things. So I guess by all intents and purposes, we have a 6-page website. The home page is going to have a nice little, welcome message with a call to action button and an image. When you click on the Start Now button, it's going to take you to a certain area on the page. It's also going to have 3 little modules here, which will give you a nice little preview of what's on the website. I'm also going to be showing you where you can obtain all these nice icons that you can use on your own website completely free. The next page is going to be built for the purpose of teaching you how to embed a video on a page. And here I basically just embedded a HostGator promo, but obviously when you get around to doing your own thing, you can do whatever type of videos you like. The purpose of this particular page is going to be to teach you how to embed videos on your website. We're going to be creating this About Us page, which contains a combination of images and text. And the purpose behind this page is to teach you how to manipulate images, how to upload images and manage them, how to crop them, how to basically, flip them around, do whatever you want with them. We have a portfolio page here that has several images. And when you click on any one of these images, they pop up nice and neatly. You have a nice little presentation here, and you can use this particular technique for displaying your own portfolio images or product images, or maybe just funny cat pictures, to each their own. If you look on your right hand side, you may have already noticed this sidebar here, and I'm going to be showing you how to set up sidebars on your website and how to fill them up with different types of dynamic content. For example, here I have a search field that when I type something, let me see, and hit enter, it'll actually search my page and look for it. I don't have quite a gallery yet, but if I type in portfolio, for example, so I have 2 pages that contain the word portfolio. Let's click there, and it takes us there. So that's a nice little bit of functionality. I also have this nice little module here that allows me to subscribe to a YouTube channel, as well as to allow people to like my Facebook page. The news page is actually a collection of updated articles. Okay, it's basically like a blog section. I'm going to teach you how to set this up in a way that you can publish recurring articles and status updates and things of that nature, stuff that you can put out on a like daily basis, that it's time sensitive and it's nicely archived in a way that it retains the date and allows you to take comments and basically behaves similar to a blog, which was what WordPress originally was developed as. So we're going to set that up as a single area on your site. Next, we have a contact us page, and the contact us page is going to have our basic information, of course. I'm going to teach you how to embed a map with your address in there, and so that people can get directions to your location if you need to. And lastly, we're going to have this nice little contact form that people can fill out and get a hold of you right away. So with all that stuff, should be everything you need to create, or at least a good starting point for your own website. So let's go ahead and get started with it, all right? So after signing up with HostGator, you do have to give it a couple of hours for the domain registration to go through. Now, if you don't want to wait for the domain registration and configuration to go through, I am going to make a separate video that'll teach you how to actually go ahead and get started with your website without ever having your domain name fully active. But if you just want to, avoid some, extra work, just give it a couple of hours. HostGator will set up your hosting account. They're going to set up your domain name, and they're going to configure everything. And all you have to do is go to your website, type in your domain name. In this case, it's makingmynewsite.com. You should be able to see this page. Once you can see this page, that means everything is good to go and you're ready to begin. One of the things that HostGator did for me when I signed up for the website is they sent me a welcome email. And on this welcome email, it has all my basic information. So primarily, here's my username and here's my password. Excuse me. All right. And if your password, if your domain name is not yet configured, you can log in to the control panel using this URL here. Okay, this is going to take you to the cPanel, where you can log in and manage your website or your hosting account from the back end. If your domain name, if you actually just kind of chill out, wait, give it a couple of hours, let them set it up for you, and you get to the point where you can see your website, you really only have to you really only have to add a slash and the word cPanel to the end of your domain name. Hit enter, and I misspelled cPanel. Let me stop it real quick. Okay. See, cPanel. Boom. And it'll take you to the same exact place. And it's a lot easier to type in makingmynewsite.com/cPanel than it is to type in this obscure URL here. So however way you choose to get in there, get to the cPanel portion of it. Log in using the credentials that were sent to you by HostGator. Make sure you don't get any extra spaces, because that does happen a lot. Okay, we're going to log in now. And when you first log into HostGator, you're going to have a few sort of pop-up windows show up. You can ignore all of these things for now and just come back to them later on if you really need to check them out. I'm going to close this. Okay, here we go. So here is where part of the magic happens. All right, now pay attention how fast this is. Okay, it's ridiculously fast. If we scroll down, look for the quick install icon. If you're not using HostGator, then look for Fantastical. Okay, it's two very similar installation applications. You can use Fantastical to install WordPress for you in a sort of automated format. You may have to type in a few more extra details, but if you are using HostGator, then take advantage of Quick Install. Here's Quick Install. I'm going to click on it right now, and you can see WordPress is like third on the list here. So I'm going to select WordPress, and click the continue button. If you have multiple domain names on your account, you should be able to see all of your domain names here. But since I only have this one, I'm going to leave it there. I want my website to be installed on my based domain name, okay? I don't want it to be installed on, makingmynewsite.com / subdirectory or /sales or / whatever. I'm just going to go ahead and leave this blank so it could just be installed on the basic domain name. I'm going to leave the enable auto updates checked just in case I decide not to look in on my website for months at a time and there just happens to be a security update for WordPress. I'm going to let WordPress handle the update for me. Email address. Okay, so we're going to type in our email address. That's Don't Pay for Web Design. Make sure you spell it correctly. @gmail.com. Blog title, we're going to call it My New Site. Okay, admin user, you can pick your own username. By default, I just leave it as admin. And first name and last name, you can just leave it blank or you can type in whatever you want. Boom. Just click the Install Now button and see, this is like really neat. I click the button, give it a couple of seconds, and the entire procedure was automated. I didn't have to download the software. I didn't have to do anything. Basically, if I were to go to my domain name now, oops, it would help if I can spell my own domain name, and hit refresh here, you can see that it's a completely different website, and for all intents and purposes, this is my new website. Okay, the entire procedure took me, what, maybe 15 seconds? I literally created a website in 15 seconds. Now it's just a matter of customizing it and molding it, okay? We got to mold it like it's putty or something and just kind of create something unique with it. So let's go ahead and take a look at the internal workings of this website. When I installed it, WordPress created a default password for me, so I'm going to go ahead and copy this password, and I'm going to go to my domain name here. You can click this link and it'll take you to the login area, but you can also type in at the end of your domain name the words /wp-admin. So try to remember that, because that's going to be the administration area for your website from now on. So hit enter. You can see it takes you to the same place that link inside of Quick Install was trying to take you to. So alright, we're going to log in with the new credentials. And this password that Quick Install generated for me is kind of a, I'll never be able to remember this. So what I'm going to go do right now, before I do anything else, is I'm going to go to the users menu right here on the left, click all users. I should be able to see my own profile here. And the cool thing about the users section is that you can actually add additional users that have access to your WordPress or to your website itself, but don't necessarily have access to your web hosting account or to your billing account. So you can actually set up people on your website that can act as editors or writers or publishers. Each one has their own different permissions, and you'll be able to work with them without them messing up your stuff. So here is my profile. I'm just going to type in a new password. And depending how you type it, it actually gives you an indicator of how weak your password is. Because this is a demonstration, I don't really care how weak it is. I just want to be able to remember it. Okay, I'm going to update my name. And let's see here, display publicly. I'm going to go ahead and just select my full name because whatever. You can also choose like the different styles you want the colors to be for the back end area of your website. And that's it. Let's go ahead and click update. And we'll click the dashboard option. It'll take us back to the front. And here we go. Now, the first thing you have to understand that there is a relationship between what's called posts and pages. Pages are your traditional idea of pages. These are pages that don't often change, that they're going to be part of the menu system, that are going to be out there on the open. You may not need comments on them. They don't rely too much on time-sensitive material. They're strictly more conventional uses of pages like product pages or information pages. Posts are a different type of pages. The posts can be categorized into multiple categories, and they're intended to be used as a sort of time-based content delivery system. So think of it like on Facebook, you post your status update, that would be a post. Or you want to have a long article about, that's based on something that happened this week within a specific category, that's a post. Whereas a page is more of about us, a gallery section, and things of that nature. So we're going to go into this pages area, and we're going to click the all pages option. You can see that there's already a sample page created here for us. Let's take a look at that now. Okay, so here's the sample page. You can see it's part of the menu. If I click it, it takes me to the content of that page. So this is the content, and it also has a little comment section at the bottom there. We're not going to worry about what the site looks right now, because right now we're worried more about the functionality of the site itself. So let's worry about the functionality and the content, and we're going to get into the actual look and feel and layout in just a minute. If you want to delete a page, you can basically hover your mouse over it, click the trash button. And it's gone. I'm going to go over here to my website, and you notice that the menu is gone and the option to view that page is gone. Let's go ahead and create a few new pages. Let's see here, add new. We're going to create a page called About Us. And we're just going to basically type in some default text here. This is a placeholder for the About Us page. Boom. Alright, we're not going to worry too much about the content, but I do want to show you this area here. This is called the kitchen sink. Basically, here you have different options, kind of like working with a word processor. Alright, so on this main area, this is where you type in your content for your page. You can paste stuff from a Word document. You can paste it as plain text. You can change the color of the text. Okay, you can underline stuff. You can make things bold. You can do all sorts of fancy stuff with this. Alright, so you're not limited as to how you build your content. So this is where all that stuff takes place. I'm going to go ahead and, well, actually, let's take a look at what some of these things are. First of all, you have your title section. This is where the title of your page is placed. Oftentimes, this will also be used as your menu system title by default. This is the permalink, okay? So if you're using what's called permalinks, these are SEO-friendly URLs, and we're going to get into those a little bit later. You can actually go in here and modify what this looks like. So I can actually go in here and just make it even shorter by just typing about us as one word, hit OK, and whenever we actually view the URL, which in this case we don't have it yet, but we're going to see it, the URL itself is going to say, you know, mydomain.com/aboutus. I can save the content as a draft, so I can actually finish editing it later, or I can preview it, or I can just go ahead and publish it. The moment I publish this page, by default, this page is going to be added to my menu system, and it's going to go live. So let's see here. Also, you should know that you can publish things as password protected and privately. These are pages that only you or your company or your organization can see when they're logged in. We're going to leave it as public. Also, the publish schedule. So you can actually set a future time in which this page will become available. So you can actually have this page if it's like something that's just supposed to show up like on Christmas. It's a Christmas sale. You only want people to see it on Christmas. You can tell it go live on December the 23rd and basically expire on December 26th. All right. So we're going to go ahead and leave that by default. We're just going to publish it. And we're going to go back to this, to our new page, and we're going to refresh it. And you can see that the About Us page has been added to the menu. We click on it, and there is our About Us page. There's my title, and here's the content of that page. Okay. Notice that there's also a little edit thing. So it's not necessarily for me to be, after I log in, it's not usually necessary for me to go to the back end in order to edit a page. I can simply go to the page that I want to edit, and I can either use my my administration bar at the top, or I can just use the embedded links on the page itself, click edit, and it'll take me directly to that page where I can make my changes. Okay. In many cases, depending on the system that you're using, you may want to add a featured image. Okay, the featured image is used differently by different templates or themes. We're going to leave that alone for now, but I just want you to be aware of it. And lastly, you may have noticed that this particular page has a comment section on there. Because it's a conventional page, I really don't want comments on here. I want it to be about us, have my information in there, and I don't really want to take comments. I want to make it so that if people actually want to make a comment or send me any feedback, I want them to fill out a contact form, and I want those comments to go into my email inbox. So let's go ahead and get rid of this comment. If we go to the screen options, you'll notice that I have additional options available to myself here. Okay, so if I'm publishing, for example, if I have different authors on my website and I want to give somebody else credit for publishing that page, I can enable the author section, and basically I can select from the list of authors and give them credit for publishing that page. The one that I want in this case is the discussion options. Okay, once I enable that, you can see my options are right here. Allow comments and allow trackbacks and pinbacks on this page. I'm just going to go ahead and remove these. I'm going to hide this, but I'm going to go ahead and leave this option enabled because I'm leaving that check mark there. So I'm going to go ahead and update it. And I'm going to refresh my page. So here's my About Us page, here's my content, and I don't have the ability to leave comments anymore. Let's go ahead and set up the other pages, okay? And we're not putting any additional content in there yet. We're going to add new, This is going to be a page for my video. My video will go here. Hit publish. Okay, let's add a new page. This is going to be a page for, let's see, we have the About Us page, we have the video page. How about a gallery? Okay, we'll call it My Portfolio. Here we're going to put a gallery. Boom. Let's publish it, and let's take a look at our site. There we go. 3 options so far: About Us, My Portfolio, and My Video. Alright. Now let's go to my original site here, my original mock-up. Let's see what we're missing. We're missing a news section and a contact us section. So let's add the contact us page. Here we will place a map and a contact form. Boom. Okay, we'll publish it. Now the thing about the news section is that it's not your typical page. Let's get rid of the discussions on that. It's not your typical page. It's actually a collection of pages, and we want to be able to set up the section for actual posts. So there's going to be all sorts of posts that show up here from time to time, depending on how creative I'm feeling on a weekly basis, on a daily basis, or whatever. So I'm going to go to the post section, select categories, and you can create categories based on whatever you want to do. For example, if I want to have a category about funny cats, okay, I hit enter. I can hit the add new category button, and there's my funny cats category. Okay, I can have an employment, or how about a jobs category? Alright, I'm going to go ahead and add that new category there. Now notice that that these categories are not added to your menu. Alright, where is my new site? Here it is. I'm going to refresh it. See, these categories are not added to my menu system. Okay, we have to do some additional tweaking to make those show up. But the only one I'm really concerned with is really just the uncategorized category. And the uncategorized category is basically where everything is sent that doesn't have a category. And on a personal basis, what I do is I just change the name of this category, hit the edit option there. I change it to news. And the reason I do this is because I don't like having anything called uncategorized. It's not very personal. Change the slug to news also. The slug is part of the URL. Hit update. So now I have a news category, and guess what? Whenever I type something that doesn't belong into any category, it's automatically going to be treated as quote unquote news. So let's add this news category. Okay, we're going to add the category itself to the menu system. We'll go to appearance, menus, and we'll need to create a new menu. Here we're going to call it main menu. Okay, so we're not just using the default one anymore that the system is creating for us automatically. Okay, we're going to give it a name and create the menu. And once we create it, this menu has additional options. Now, every theme or every template that you use inside of WordPress is going to have different options. This particular theme, this particular website here, only has one area for your menus, which is why when we create a menu, it only shows up on this particular location. So we're going to go ahead and select yes, we want it on that location. And do we want to continue to add pages automatically to this menu? Let's go ahead and click yes. Okay, if we don't like it, we can come back and fix that later. So here we have our home option, About Us, Contact Us, My Portfolio, and My Video. Hit Save menu. We'll go to our main website and refresh it. And here you go. See, it added an additional home option here. It takes us to our primary home page. About Us, Contact Us, My Portfolio, My Video. But where's our news section? Alright, let's take care of that now. If we go to the categories section inside of your custom menu options, we'll go ahead and select the check mark where it says news. You can see all the categories here, but I'm only interested in news. So we're going to select it, click add to menu, and now that it's in the menu, what we're going to do is we are going to rearrange these things. So we're going to put the Contact Us page last. We're going to, let's see, About Us, Portfolio, My Video, and News. We're going to leave that there. Notice how easy it is to rearrange things, okay? Hit save, and there we go. Let's go to our current website, and you can see that the options have been rearranged. Here's my portfolio page, here's my About Us page, here's my video page, news. Notice how the news has one post in it, Hello World. This is the default post that WordPress automatically added. This post also has a default comment in there. Alright. Let's go ahead and go back to our posts area. View all the posts. Okay. Let's go ahead and put this one. Let's go ahead and create a new post. Today I started my new website. Content. It doesn't look like much yet, but just wait and see what it looks like in 1 hour's time. Boom. Alright, let's fix that misspelling. We'll go ahead and click the publish option. And let's go check out our page. We're going to go to the home page real quick. Okay, you can see that this particular theme uses posts as part of the central theme here. If I click news, I can see the different news, the latest news that I've added to my website. So today I started my new website. I can actually click on that and just view that article independently. Here I have a comment. Wow, that's great. Thank you for sharing. Boom, 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 boom. All right. Post comment. And I have no idea what that is, but okay. There's my comment, there's my post, and I basically have my own little blog or news and updates section on my website. It's fully functional, and people can comment on there, and I can put like regularly updated status updates or articles or anything that's time sensitive that I want my my readers or the visitors to my website to know about. So okay, let's go back to our dashboard. Boom. In our dashboard, we also have the media library. You'll never actually need to modify this directly. This is only if you want to upload pictures and media files that you want to be able to use later on. You just basically click the Add New button. And WordPress itself is pretty much drag and drop. So a lot of the stuff you can do, I mean, you can click this option here where you got select files and navigate through your stuff and upload it that way, which is the old and nauseating version. Or what you can do is you basically just find the file that you want, drop it on there, And WordPress is smart enough that you can upload stuff simply by dragging and dropping, so you don't have to worry about too much when it comes to technical know-how and stuff like that. Okay, so we're gonna go to the media section. I really don't want these images on here yet, so I'm gonna go ahead and delete them. Bulk actions, delete permanently, hit apply, boom, they're gone. So, alright, so we covered pages and we covered posts, right? So now let's talk about appearance. And this is the part where the rest of the magic really happens. The appearance section is where you have your themes. And in your WordPress itself basically does a really great job at keeping a separation between what content and creative stuff is. All right, so you have your visual layout, your theme, your template, and then you have your content. It doesn't matter what your website looks like. Your content doesn't necessarily have to change. At the same time, it doesn't matter what your content is. The look and feel of your website doesn't have to change either. So here I have two themes. I'm currently using this one called the 2013 theme, which is the one that let's see here, it's being used on the website by default. I'm going to go to the Install Themes tab. And you know what? There's so many options here because it's open source. There's so many creative designers and developers contributing themes and code and all sorts of stuff to the WordPress community that there's a good chance that you'll find what you're looking for simply by typing in a few parameters. For example, let's say I need my website to make use of the colors black, purple, and red. Okay, I want it to be a 3-column website. Additional features. Well, let's see. I want it to be able to have custom menus. All right, and that's it for now. Let's just go ahead and find some themes based on those parameters. And here we go. Based on those parameters, this is basically what WordPress pulled up. So it gives me different options. Any of these themes, I could just go in here. If I like the theme, I can preview it a little closer to kind of get an idea of what it's going to look like. If I like it, I can install it. I can use that Install Now button right there, for example. Boom. I don't have to activate it. I just go back. I install another one. Okay, I don't have to activate it. I just go back. Okay, but if I go back to the Manage Themes option, notice that I have more themes available to me within my own personal system. So the theme that I want to look for next is, let's see, you have other areas here. For example, the featured section. These are themes that are, very highly voted. Okay, they got really high votes by the community, so they're at the top of the list. So these are very nice themes here. I'm gonna go ahead and install this one. Okay, we're gonna go back to the theme installer. We're gonna install that one. Okay, and I'm kind of going a little crazy with the installations, and this is the responsive theme right here. That's the one that we're going to be working with. But the reason I'm installing all of these themes right now is because I want you to see how easy it is for me to install themes on the website. And just because I have all these themes on my website right now doesn't mean that my website looks like that. Okay. Basically, what I can do now is that I have all these themes, is I can actually activate this theme, and so the theme that just got activated now, basically, got put at the top of the list here. If I go to my website, this is what my new website looks like. Okay, today I started my new website. Hello world. This thing apparently doesn't have a default menu, so I would have to go in there and tweak it out a little bit. Let's go ahead and do that just so you can get an idea of how that works. See, here's my custom menu. Okay, and like I said, every theme has its own series of options. So here's my main theme navigation. I want my custom menu to show up on that theme's main navigation area. So I'm going to hit the save button, and I'm going to hit refresh. and there's my menu. So here's my About Us page. Okay, there's my About Us page with wherever the content's going to be. It's got a nice little sidebar. This is going to be my portfolio page, my news section, and so on, right? Let's go ahead and go back to the themes section. You can see that the theme that I activated is now up here. All right. Now this is a little bit too colorful and too busy for what I'm trying to do. I don't want to confuse people. So I'm going to go ahead and switch to this one now. So now that I switched to this one, let's see, I'm going to click visit my site. And this is basically what this website looks like by default. Okay, I haven't added any custom logos to it, images, or anything like that. I probably have to go back into the menu section again and tell this menu to be to show up in the primary section as well as the secondary section. So most likely this one has another menu at the bottom. So let's go ahead and click Save Menu and see what happens. There they are. Alright, so there's the About Us page, portfolio, video, news, and so on. Okay, I'm assuming that if I get rid of the primary menu section, I'll end up with something that looks like this. Plain black bar at top, menu below there, and based on whatever images I add later on, I can probably make it look exactly as it showed up on the little picture preview. So, alright, let's see here, go back to the dashboard. We'll close that menu section. Themes. So you can switch your themes anytime you want. You can, and your theme is basically the way your website looks and feels. It's your layout, it's your colors, it's the creative aspect of your website. And basically, you can change all of that without ever having to worry about damaging your content. Okay, so let's go ahead and activate the one that we're going to be working with today. So let's click Activate on the responsive theme. And the reason we like this particular theme is because it's very easy to work with this particular theme with mobile devices and things like that. Let's go to our website here, our current website. Let's see here, there it is. Boom. This is what our website looks like now. Okay, now that we changed the theme, it looks like this. So it looks a little bit more like what we're going to end up with. All right. So the next thing we're going to be taking a look at is modifying this front end. Like I said earlier, every theme usually has its own set of theme options. Okay, so if I go in here, click Theme Options, you can see that this theme allows me to disable the breadcrumbs, disable the call to action button, upload a custom logo, the home page area where all the content is and all that good stuff. All that stuff is there. And if I were to activate, let's activate this one. Because it's a completely different theme, most likely it's by a completely different developer, they all have different options. So this one has theme layout and skins. So here we go. See, this one has the ability to have your column on the left, your column on the right, your side column on the left, or like a 3-column section. So you have stuff like this. You can actually change the width of the columns themselves. So let's do that real quick. Hit save. We will refresh our page, and our website looks like that. See, 3 columns. I can go in here. And so this is one thing that is not going to be consistent across themes. It really depends on the developer, what type of customization options they added to the theme itself. See, I made the sidebars a lot thinner now. So, all right, let's go ahead and switch back to the theme that we're actually going to be working with. So that should give you a pretty good idea of the theme options and the fact that not all themes are going to have the same type of customization options. So we'll activate our responsive theme again. And now we are going to basically go back to our nice little elegant clean design. And in the theme options, I'm going to start by uploading a logo, and later in this video, towards the end, I'm actually going to show you how you can create your own custom logo. But for now, I'm just going to basically let's see. Here we go. I just need to basically go in here. It tells me that the suggested width is 300 by 100. So I'm going to go ahead and just upload this pre-designed logo that I had and upload it. So now that this is on my website, I'm going to refresh it. And there is my new website with my new logo. Everything's going good so far. So let's I noticed that my menu system is gone where it says news, so I need to check on that real quick, see what happened. Need to make sure that I add, because that was a completely new theme. It had new different areas where it has menus, so I'm gonna take a guess and assume that the menu we're looking for is the top menu. So I'm gonna make sure that my custom menu shows up on the top menu. So I'm gonna hit save. And I'm going to switch over to my website, hit refresh. And no, actually it added a menu up here, which is not that bad actually. It's kind of cool to have an additional menu option there. So this particular thing has it on the, oh, I guess, whoa, hello, header menu. Let's go ahead and save it. There you go. So now I have all my options here. I really don't need these options for this purpose, but it's good to know that they're there. So if I want to create a separate menu, for example, create a new menu here. We're going to call it menu number 2. Create it. And let's say I wanted to have a members only or something, or a login. How about a login? Let's create a login option. Let's go ahead and just create a custom link. Okay, and it's makingmynewsite.com /wp-admin. Okay, that's the URL to the login area. Okay, so we're gonna create this, add it to the custom menu, and we're gonna tell it, okay, to basically put it on the top menu here. We're gonna save it. We're gonna switch back to our main menu. We're gonna make sure that this one is not selected, okay, and we're gonna refresh. So notice how we have our custom menu here and our secondary custom menu that only has the login link up here on the top. So if I were to click on that, it'll take me to the dashboard. I'm already logged in, so it didn't ask me to log in again. So it takes me immediately to the dashboard. So that's not a bad usage of this particular menu system. Okay, so the next step we're going to be taking a look at is the functionality of the website. In the functionality, basically anything you can think of can be modified by the use of what's called plugins. Okay, so if you want a plugin that can be used to embed videos or to basically change your website to red at 5 p.m. every Monday night, I mean, there's probably going to be a plugin for it. Right now we have this Akismet plugin, which basically allows you to filter out spam comments. You have to activate it. The Hello Dolly plugin, it's kind of a useless plugin, but it's there because it's kind of a demonstration for the developers how you can build your own plugin if you want to get that far. Um, HostGator itself took the liberty of also installing Jetpack and the WP Supercache. I'm not too fond of these plugins myself, and so I'm going to deactivate these and delete them for now. Later on, you might want to come back and reinstall the Supercache plugin because it will help you make your website a lot faster. Because it caches your pages, so it serves them to your viewers a lot faster. But in my case, this is a very small website. I don't think we need caching involved. I don't think we're going to have any issues with speed, so we're going to go ahead and delete those two plugins. The least amount of plugins you have on your website, the more efficient it'll be, and the easier it will be to troubleshoot your website should a problem occur later on as a result of a plugin. Let's begin by installing something called, actually let's not install anything yet, okay? Let's go to Pages. We'll take a look at all of our pages first, and let's take a look at this portfolio page. This portfolio page is going to have a nice little gallery system, okay? And it's going to look like this. Basically a series of images that the user can navigate back and forth and just have a nice little, viewing experience. Now, WordPress itself does have its own gallery system in place, but it's not that great. Okay, it really depends on how you're doing your stuff, because I can easily click here, add media, select all of these files. Let's get rid of this too though, and drag and drop them in here. We'll give it a few minutes to upload. And using the default WordPress functionality, we're going to do this create gallery option. Okay, make sure there's a check mark next to every image that you want to use as part of your gallery. And we're going to go ahead and just, we can title it, do whatever we want with it. We're going to go ahead and set the create new gallery and insert gallery. All right. So we want the images to link to the media file, and want it to have 3 columns as far as the way the images are placed. I can go ahead and type in a caption here and stuff if I wanted to. So insert the gallery, boom, there's my gallery. I can basically, just hit update. And if I go to the my portfolio section of my website, there's my gallery. Okay, it's not exactly pretty. Every time I click on it, it takes me to the image itself. It takes me away from the page. It's not necessarily a good presentation, right? So, I mean, that's the whole thing. I mean, I don't have to settle for what WordPress provides for me. I can mold it and modify it any way I want, especially through the use of plugins. So I'm going to delete that gallery. I'm going to go to the plugins section, hit update on there. I'm going to click add new, and we're going to look for a plugin. I believe it's called Gallery, just plain Gallery. There it is. Notice that whenever you're looking for plugins, there's also a community-driven rating system. Obviously the plugins that have the most stars are usually the better ones. All right, so it's kind of an indicator of quality. So this one has almost 4.5 stars. We're gonna go ahead and install it, and we can also activate it after it's been installed. Notice that as I activate it, I get a new menu option. Now it says galleries here, add a new gallery, right? So let's go ahead and see what galleries are available. Right now, there's absolutely nothing. Here's a button that says Add a Gallery, which is the same thing as this one. So we'll go ahead and click the Add a Gallery button. We'll provide some details. My portfolio pics. We don't really need to type anything there. We're going to upload a file. And actually, we could just upload all the files we want at the same time. Okay. Click Open. Also check that, notice that we also have the option to allow the download link for all the images in this gallery. I'm not going to go ahead and check it, but just notice that it is available there. I don't care about comments on this. And we're going to go ahead and hit the Publish button. Okay, now this particular page is not necessarily a public page. Yes, it is visible somewhere on the web, but it's not going to be part of our main content. So we're going to ignore the page itself. This particular gallery allows you to use what WordPress calls shortcodes, and shortcodes are these little bits here. Basically, when you copy these, you can paste them anywhere you want on your website, and that's where this particular page or content of that page is going to show up. So I'm going to go to my portfolio page. All right, I'm going to use the edit option on my admin bar, and I'm going to type some content here. Check out my awesome gallery. Boom, boom, boom. Hit enter. I'm going to put my short code right there. And even though it doesn't look like much here, WordPress is going to know what to do with that little bit of short code. So we're going to hit update. All right. And we're going to look at the page. There you go. Okay. So here is the About Us page. And here's my portfolio page. Notice how my images are nicely spaced out now. There's my message. I click on an image. It pops up. It doesn't take me away from the page. I can navigate through all the images. And I can click anywhere outside and it'll take me out. I also have the option for comments right there. So I'm going to go ahead and remove that comments section. Let's see here. I'll use that edit link. Get rid of that, get rid of that. Hit update. View page. And there you go. Nice and clean. So let's go ahead and add the About Us page. And this is where I'm going to show you some of the basic editing functions for a page. So far you've basically seen how we just type in some stuff at random. I'm gonna take my About Us content. I have it already set up somewhere. Let's see here, About Us. This is the content that I'll be using. Copy. And I'm just gonna paste it here. Okay, that way we have some nice content to work with. I don't necessarily need that title because the title from above is going to be placed on top here by itself. So here we go. We're going to update it. And going to open that page in a new tab. And this is what my page looks like right now. It's just text. It's nothing to, write home about. So it's just basic plain text page. Let's add a little flair by separating this section here. Let's see. We're going to take this section and we're going to turn it into a heading number 2 size. How about we put some italics right here? And you see this contact us option? Let's make that into a link. All right, we're gonna select this area here, and we're gonna click the link icon. We can type in any URL we want. So if we want to send somebody over to yahoo.com or facebook.com or wherever, you just type in the address there, and it'll, when people click on that, it'll send them there. I can also link to internal content. So here I have a contact us page. So I'm going to go ahead and link to that one. Notice how we just placed the content there. All right, so we're going to hit update. And let's take a look at the site so far, at the page. So now this is nice and large, this is italic, and this is an active link. It takes us to the Contact Us page. All right, so now let's add a picture. We're going to put a picture above all the content. We're going to click Add Media. If the picture is already in your media gallery, you basically just select it from there. So if I wanted to put that one in there, I can just insert it into the page. All right. I can also click on the image itself and select different options where I want it to show up on the left of the text, like on the center on top, to the right of the text, and so forth. Advanced settings will allow me to further add stuff like padding. So like if I want to put a little bit of padding here, I can go to the vertical and horizontal space, maybe put 8 pixels there and another 8 pixels there. And that's about it. So we're going to click update, and now my image shows up like that. So let's see here. Let's refresh it. And that's what our website looks like so far. All right, now let's add one more image, because we want to be able to add one from scratch. We're going to click the Add Media button. We're going to move our window to the left a bit, to the right, I'm sorry. And we're going to take this image and just drop it on there. All right, we're going to, you can actually set up different insertion options. I want this one to be the full size, and I'm going to insert it into the page. All right, now this is a really large image, and in many cases the themes themselves are going to handle the size of these images for you. So for now I'm just going to hit update, and then we're going to switch back to our page and refresh it. And there is our page with 2 images. The theme itself took care of squeezing down that large image into the appropriate size. I can also manipulate this image myself. So I can go in here, I can delete this. Let's see here, I'm going to go ahead and insert it from scratch. Add media, select it. I go to Edit Image. Okay, and I have different editing options, okay? So I'm going to, for example, like flip it around. Or mirror it. You can also do cropping and scaling. So in this case, I want this image to only be about 800 wide. Notice that it'll automatically calculate my height dimensions as well. So I'm going to click the scale button. All right, and I'm going to go back to my page. Let's see, there it is, About Us. I'm going to insert it from scratch, the newly modified image. Notice that it says that it's now 800 by 471. We'll insert it there, and see, that's not as big as it used to be. So we'll click update on that. Working with WordPress is very similar to working with a word processing software. So you can do a lot of things with this thing just by typing in your content, manipulating it, and basically molding it into whatever you want it to be. There's some red text. We'll hit refresh, and there you go. So there is our About Us page. The My Portfolio page is complete. Now let's take a look at how to add a video. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go and basically notice how also I just basically navigate through my page, find the page that I want, and based on the theme, I'll either have the option to edit that particular page that I'm looking at, or because I'm logged in, I can use this editors bar here. So I can just click edit page, and I can edit that page directly from here. So here we can type in our own content. Take a look at this awesome video. Hit enter. Maybe do a little corrective spell checking there. And we're going to go to YouTube. And we're just going to look for any HostGator video. Let's see. We'll go to the official HostGator page.
Hi, my name's Alicia.
Okay, so we'll go ahead and use that one. Let's see if we can get the URL. There it is.
Hi, my name's Alicia. Welcome to your control panel.
All right. So basically, we will need to go to this section that allows you to share the video, and we'll just copy the embed code, okay? We're just going to go ahead and copy it there, and we'll go to our article here, to our page, and we can't just paste it directly there, because what happens is that when we click update, notice that when we actually look at this page, let me see here, there it is. We go to the page, and all we see is the code, okay? And that's because we're using the visual editor. So what we need to do in order for this to work is that we need to switch to text, okay? So this is your code, okay? This is the code that makes the magic. So we're going to paste it there, and now we're going to switch back to visual mode, and notice that we have a visual representation of that video. We're going to click update now, go to our page, hit the refresh button, and notice that my video is now embedded, so I can just go ahead and just watch the video there as it plays. So that's really not that difficult, and if you want even easier, remember you also have the options to use plugins. Okay, so plugins, for example, I think there was one that I used to like working with. I'm not even sure if it's there anymore, but there's millions of them. I think it was called YouTube with Style. I hope they still make it. There it is, YouTube with Style. I used to love working with this plugin. I'm going to install it. And this particular plugin actually makes your YouTube videos a little bit more custom branded. So when we go to, let's see here. Let's look for, well, let's see here. We'll just click the page. There it is. So now that we have this, right, now that we have this plugin installed, we don't even need to go to the YouTube page and get the embed code. We can simply, basically we don't need that. I can simply go to the page, any page that I want, copy the URL, see, copy. Actually, let's copy a different video so you can actually see that it's completely different. Let's see here. HostGator quick install. Boom. All right, here's a nice video from HostGator that teaches you how to basically use quick install. All right, so all I have to do is copy the URL to that video. I don't have to use the embed code. This particular plugin, what it does is it just detects the YouTube link and automatically converts it to a video. So take a look at this. I'm going to click visit page, and there's my embedded quick install video. I didn't have to get any embed codes or anything like that. It's all processed by the new plugin, and it's actually pretty quick and easy to work with videos like that as well. Let's see. Let's take a look at what plugins we have available so far. How about, let's see here, what else do we still need? We got the news section done. Okay, let's go to the contact us page. The contact us page, we said we were going to put in some contact information and a map and a contact form, right? So let's go ahead and take care of that now. So here we have the content for the contact us page. And again, guys, if you have any information, any questions while I'm making this video, feel free to give me a call. You know, if I'm not there, just leave a message. My phone number is 832-713-7332. Just leave a message there. I'll be able to get back to you as soon as I can. If you want to email me, you can email me at don'tpayforwebdesign@gmail.com. So we're going to put that information there, and let's switch over to maps.google.com. We're going to pick a, let's get rid of this, there we go, make it look nice and pretty. We're just going to put a general address in here. We're going to zoom into the area that we want. And normally what you want to do is simply use the link option here to copy your iframe, just like we were doing the embedded code from YouTube. And we'll take that. Oops, that's the old page. We'll take that and we'll paste it in text mode onto our page. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and switch back to visual, and then we have something that looks like that. Let's hit update and take a look at what it looks like so far. Let's see here. Well, let's click it this way. There we go. Alright, so we have a fairly small map here. You can do a lot of manual tweaks to anything on your page. For example, this is my iframe. And the reason why it's showing small is because if you look at the code, you can see that the width of the code itself, let's see here it is, height 350, width 425. It's set to a specific width. So let's go ahead and just change that to 100%. And we'll get rid of all this other stuff here, this small stuff. That's because that is what's basically controlling this. We can leave it there if you want people to view that larger map, or we can just remove it. We can do it from the code area, or we could just do it visually. You know, just switch back to visual mode, delete that right there, hit update, view the page, and now it looks something like that. Okay? So all we need next is our contact form. So let's go ahead and make use of, now I did say that, you know, you can do that without getting this thing without getting your hands dirty with any code. And what did we just do? We copied and pasted some code and modified the width of it. It wasn't that hard, but it's not necessary. There's also plugins on the on the plugins area, where you can actually go in there and install a plugin that will allow you to use maps inside of your WordPress. So if you absolutely don't want to use the copy and paste embed method, you can just install a plugin and you'll be able to do the same thing without ever having to get your hands dirty. Let's take a look at the contact form. Now we do need to install a plugin for this, so we're going to go to add new plugin. I really like a plugin called Contact Form 7. There's literally hundreds of them, and you're welcome to experiment with whichever plugin you like. But I really like this one, so I'm going to use this one. Here it is, Contact Form 7. It's got slightly more than 4 stars. You can see that there's literally hundreds of other form plugins, and but I've been using this one for a while, so I'm going to be using it now. Click install, and this particular plugin, I'm going to activate it. The way it works is that it allows you to create individual forms, just like your galleries section. Notice that now we have this contact area here. We're going to click there, and notice that there is already one form pre-created for us. All right, so let's go ahead and just modify that one that's already there. If I click on the title, I can actually change it. So I can change it to something a little bit more easier to to read, like main form. Notice that this is my my current short code. This is the code that I place on the page where I want the form to appear. So in this case, I want my form to appear below this map. So I'm going to edit this page. I'm going to place my cursor directly below that map, and I'm going to paste that short code. Okay, so whenever WordPress gets a hold of this page, it's going to look for that short code, and it's going to replace it with the form that is associated with that contact form. So I'm going to click View Page here. So there's my map, and there's my new form. Okay, so this is the default form. I haven't done any modifications to it. It probably doesn't even work yet. So here's how you get it working. Okay, this is what your form looks like right now. You have your a text field, which is for your name. You have an email field for your name. You have another text field for the subject of the message, and the text area. You also have a submit button. Okay, by default, it's going to use the email address that you put in when you installed your copy of WordPress. So make sure it's spelled properly. Don't pay for web design at gmail.com. In my case, it is. Make sure it's spelled properly. If you wanted to go to a different email address, then just change that to whatever email you want. This is how the email is going to appear from. It's going to say, your name field, which is whatever the person types here, and your email field, which is what they type here. Okay, that's what's going to show up on there, and also the subject. This is the template that controls how the form is going to look. Now, I don't like all this redundant information, so I already know that who it's going to be from and the subject, so I don't really need this stuff. So I'm just going to go ahead and remove it. And I also know that this is the message body, so I don't need a message telling me in the message body that this is the message body. I'm only interested in the message, okay? Whatever the person typed in. I'm going to make this a little bit more friendlier. All right. Kind of gives me an idea of where the email is coming from. Just it'll be on the footer there, and let's add a signature, okay, so that it looks like the email was signed by the person who filled it out. So it's going to be from whatever the person's name is, and I don't need to see their email, but we do want it to have like a little thing there so it looks like a signature. And I want to know what their website is, okay? Let's capture some additional information. So let's see here. How about a phone number? Let's get their phone number. So we'll select that. We can make it a required field, or we can just leave it at that. So here's the short code for this. All right, so we take this, copy, and what we're going to do is we're going to basically just play around with the formatting of this template here. We're going to copy that, the subject area there, but we're going to call it, we're going to change the part where it says subject, and we're going to call it your telephone number. Okay, we're going to remove this, and we're going to replace it with the shortcode that they just gave us now, and that is good enough for that. Okay, we're going to take this particular shortcode and we're going to copy it. We're going to put it below their name, Control V to paste. All right, and we also want to get their website address. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and copy this again. Your website. We're going to generate the website tag. It's just a basic text field. Here it is. All right, so text field. We want to get that there. Copy it right there. We're going to paste it right there. And we're going to take this short code, copy it there, and we're going to paste it below the telephone number. And now we are ready to save it. Now here you have the different messages based on the actions that take place. For example, when the email is sent successfully, this is the message that is displayed. Your message was sent successfully. We'll get back to you soon. Put some exclamation points. And so on. Okay, if the message fails, then you'll get this message, and so on. So there's all sorts of customization options there for you. I'm going to go ahead and hit the save button, and now I'm going to I already copied this thing. It's already on my page really, so all I'm going to do is refresh it. Notice that now I have fields for name, email, subject, telephone number, website, and the message. So we're going to type in just a random name, John Doe, email, me@mydomain.com, subject, hi, this is a test. And telephone number will be, let's go ahead and just put my, let's close that. Let's go ahead and just put this phone number here, copy. Just so we can have a real phone number on there. And website. Don't pay for web design.com. Okay. Hi, this is me. Just checking to see if this form works properly. Have a nice day. Boom. Okay, let's fix that spelling. Okay, and that's my message. Now I'm not going to send it yet. I'm going to log into my email account. And in my email account, you'll see that I already have some information about the WordPress installation that we did just a few minutes ago. Really, this is the email that says that my WordPress has been installed. This is the email that says apparently it was updated just a few minutes ago. So that's how efficient this is. Even though we just installed it, there must have been an update while we were working on it, and HostGator is actually letting me know that they upgraded it for us, and we didn't even see it. So that's kind of cool. So now notice that there's no emails in here. We're gonna go to our website. Okay, that's the old one. We're gonna go to our website. We're going to hit the send button. Get the message. Your message was sent successfully. We'll get back to you soon. And now we'll go to our email account. So you can see that it came in from John Doe. Subject, hi, this is a test. And there's our formatting. So here's the main body of the message. It came in looking like it was actually signed by somebody with their phone number and their web address. And the final tag that actually reminds us that this was actually sent by the form on your website. So not only did I just show you how to customize the emails that get sent to you, the template, but you know what? Now you also know how to customize the forms, how to place them, and how to manipulate them. So there's actually a lot of stuff going on in there. Okay, so now we have a perfectly functional contact form, a nice looking map, and almost all the areas on our website are fully developed except maybe the sidebar here, which contains some random areas here, and our home page, which still needs to be customized. Let's work on the widgets next. That's basically items of functionality that are displayed on your sidebar. Okay, now like I said earlier, different templates or different themes have different widgetized areas. These are areas of functionality where you can add additional little bits of fun stuff in there. For example, this particular theme, the one that we're using now, the responsive one, has all sorts of widgetized areas. Okay, here we have something called the main sidebar, which is basically what you're seeing when you go to these pages. Okay, recent comments, recent posts, meta. All right, here it is, recent comments, recent posts, meta. We're going to go ahead and delete these. Very simple to do. Expand, delete. Now it's completely empty. We're going to paste just a simple search option. And we're going to refresh our page. So now our sidebar doesn't have anything except for a search function. If we want to do something else, such as a custom menu, we can add a custom menu to it by simply dragging and dropping. Now here, because we created two custom menus, we can choose between which one we want to use. We have our main menu and our main menu number 2. Remember that our main menu number 2 is actually this one right here, and all it has is one option, the option to log in to our main dashboard. The main menu itself is this one over here. So we're going to go ahead and put this one on a widget. We dragged it there, we select main menu, and we can click the save button, and we go ahead and refresh our page. So now all of the same options that are up here are being displayed on our sidebar. So that's a pretty cool little bit of functionality there. I can add a title to it, hit save, and that change also takes place on my website when I hit refresh. See? Alright, so I don't want that there, so one of the things I can do is I can hit the delete option to delete this widget, or I can just drag it out of the way, place it into the inactive widgets box, which will keep the settings for it. So if I want to use it later on, but I don't want to have to reconfigure it, I can just grab it from here and drop it in there. Let's place a regular text widget on our sidebar, and we'll invite people to like us on Facebook. And let's see here. And because this is just nothing but a basic text box. I mean, unless I know how to code, I'm gonna have a hard time as to how to manipulate this and make it work that way. So let's see here. I'm just gonna put the HostGator Facebook page. Hit save, and this is what it looks like so far. I'm gonna hit refresh. Nothing that really calls our attention, right? So let's go ahead and make it real functional. Let's go ahead and open up a new tab, and I'm going to go to the developers section of Facebook, and that's located at developers.facebook.com. And this is a special area of Facebook for designers and developers where they can do all sorts of nifty little things with their API. I'm going to go ahead and just click the web option, and I'm going to select social plugins. Let's see here. I'm going to select the like box. Okay, let's create a like box on Facebook. We're going to change the URL of the Facebook page to HostGator. It's basically just a matter of changing the username. Okay, there it is. So now we have the HostGator page set up with a little like button and a list of people who like the HostGator website. We can change the width of that to maybe 250, the height to just maybe 450. It doesn't really matter. I can change it from a light theme to a dark theme and back to a light theme. I can choose to basically show the header or not show it, the border, and show or don't show the friends' faces and just leave it as a HostGator like button. And I can even go as far as showing the posts for this particular user. So I don't want that. I'm just going to go ahead and leave it. It looks nice and pretty. Take as much of the branding away and hit the Get Code button. Here, I'm basically going to just copy this code. Copy. Go to our widget section. Paste it there. And we're going to go back to the Facebook page. Copy that there. And paste that section there. And hit save. And we'll take a look at our newly created widget. There it is. Alright, let's get rid of this title by going into the widget and just basically leaving the title section blank. Hit save. And there you go. Nice and pretty. Now let's add a widget that allows us to subscribe or allows the reader to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Now we can do the same exact thing here that we just did, but we're going to do it a little bit easier now. We're going to do it by way of an internal plugin. Alright, let's see here. We'll look for a plugin called YouTube Subscribe. Click the Add New button. We'll just search for it. Here it is, YouTube Subscribe widget. We're just going to install it, activate it, and now when we go to the widgets section, you are going to see the YouTube widget right there. Okay, all I have to do is drag and drop this widget onto my sidebar, whether I want it on the top, below the search option, or below that text widget that we have our Facebook set up at. We'll put it right below the search. Okay, we're going to replace the username. We're going to put HostGator there. Change it to 250 so it'll line up with our previous one, and we'll leave that there just the way it is, and hit the save button. Alright, let's refresh our page and take a look at what it looks like now. There it goes. Alright, find us on YouTube. It has our YouTube like option. And then we have our Facebook like button and our search function. Okay. So I could even go as far as putting my contact form in there if I really wanted to. So notice though, however, that because this theme has so many widgetized areas, there's so much I can do with this. All right. If I were to go into the themes options for this theme, okay, take a look at, let's see here, the layouts for this theme. Okay, you have a content and sidebar half page. You got full width pages. Let's see, you have you basically have the ability to install, to basically set up like multiple columns, right, left, and so on. But we're not going to get into this just yet. Basically, I just want to show you that you can actually move this here from here to here. Let's see here. Sidebar and content, save options. Oops, that's the wrong one. Let's see. Default layout. Okay, for the static page, let's put the sidebar followed by the content. And we'll take a look at it. Refresh. So now my sidebar is actually on the left hand side and my content is on the right. Okay, for the news section, it's on the other side because that's basically what we told it to do. This is the category listing, and then when we get into the actual articles within the blog posts, it goes back to being on the left, and that's because we told our layout to be that way. See, default static page layouts, sidebar followed by content, we'll put that back. Default single blog post layout, we'll go ahead and content sidebar, and default blog post layout. That's for your actual blog post. Okay, we're going to put everything on the right hand side now again. Save the options. Now the reason I went back into this section right now is because I do want to show you and make it clear that every theme has individual customization elements. Okay, it's all up to the developer of that theme on how they set up the customization options. Now this particular theme has basically all sorts of widgetized areas. So you have your main sidebar, your right sidebar, left sidebar, your half pages, and your home widgets and stuff. Like the home widget, we have absolutely nothing there. But if we go to the home page, that would be this section here. Let me see here. Because I tweaked some stuff around, let me make sure I reset everything. Theme options, theme elements, restore defaults, okay. Okay, let's refresh and make sure we're on the same page. There we go. Okay, this would be your widget 1, 2, and 3 areas. Okay, so anything that I place on this particular widget, let's say I want to put a my calendar on widget 1. So we'll go here and we'll drop the calendar onto the widgetized area number 1. Hit save, and we'll refresh it. And now we have a calendar there. Okay, let's say we want our custom menu to show up on widget number 2. We have one already set up here. We'll just place it on there. Okay, it's not always necessary for you to hit the save button unless you actually made modifications to the widget itself. And now we have that section there. So every theme has its own customized widgetized area. Okay, so what we want to use these widgetized areas for is to link to internal pages, but we're not going to get to that just yet. We're almost there. So we have the search function, we have the YouTube, and we have this text area here. Now, working with this text area is kind of it's kind of nasty, really, unless you actually know how to code, and this is like really something that we don't want to get into. So we're going to go ahead and basically hit the minimize button for that. And I'm going to show you another plugin that you can use that gives the backend, the ability to have that what you see is what you get editor inside of your text widgets. So let's go to plugins. We're going to add a new one. And we're going to look for a plugin called Black Studio Tiny MCE. We're just going to put in those keywords there. It helps if you spell your stuff a little bit better. There it is. Black Studio Tiny MCE widget. We're going to go ahead and just install that one. Basically what this particular widget does is that it allows what you see is what you get functionality to the text widget. So now that that plugin is on our system, we can go to the widgets section, and you'll be able to find it under the available widgets option. So if we can go down to where it says home widget, we'll get rid of this calendar. We'll get rid of the widget to custom menu thing also. And we're going to drop this Black Studio widget into home widget number 1. We're going to call this one free website as the title. And we're just going to put some generic content here for now. But notice that now I actually have all of the basic editing functions that I can use to build a nice little area here. I can go to the Add Media section. I can select a picture, insert it into the post, and hit Save. And when I go to my website, you can see that I basically created my own little custom content block. So now let's go ahead and make it look like our original mockup. So in my original mockup, I actually set up different blocks with some basic text, and I had some nice little icons here. And I'm going to teach you where you can get those icons next. So I'm just going to copy this, and I'm going to go into, let's see, this widget. We're teaching you how to make your own website so that you don't spend money on your first website. Boom. All right. I'm going to hit Save. I'm going to close it. I'm going to open up that one as well, but I'm going to drag another Black Studio widget into my widget number 2. On this one, I'm going to label it Questions. Alright, I'm going to copy and paste my content from my previous mockup. Feel free to type in your own content as needed. I'm going to hit Save on that and close it. And I'm going to drop one more. Okay. Into widget number 3, and this is going to be my Connect with Us section. Okay, Connect with Us. Here's my content for that. I don't need this page anymore. And there we go. So now I promised I was going to show you where you can get some free icons, and basically the website for that is over at dryicons.com. These icons are free for non-commercial usage, and basically you have all sorts of options here. You can actually, buy different more professional grade icons if you want, but I just basically clicked on the free icons section. I'm gonna go to page number 4, which is where I found the original ones that I'm using, and this is my icon set here, guys. I didn't pay anything for this, so I'm gonna download it. Let's see here, download PNG. Yep, PNG is good file format. Download them, save them. Alright, and I'm just going to extract them here. Here's all my icons. Okay, so I like this 32 by 32, maybe let's try 64. Yeah, 64 seems about right. So I'm going to need the heart, the question mark, and the little text balloons. So I'm going to go back to my widget number 1, put my cursor there, hit add media. Alright, upload files, and I don't like using the select files things. I like just being able to drop my files. Okay, I find that a much more efficient approach. Insert it into post, and there we have it. So I can actually select the options for this and make it so that the image appears on the left of the text, so it doesn't like just kind of push everything to the side there like the way it is doing now. I'm going to close that. The next one is the question mark and the text balloons. On widget number 2, we're going to upload the question mark icon. And I can just go ahead and upload the other one as well. Just because I've uploaded at the same time doesn't mean I have to use both of them. So I'm going to take that one, question mark, insert it into the post. I click on it. I select the edit image option. Make sure it's aligned to the left. Hit update. And then we save it and close it. One more widget to edit. This is for my word balloon. Since I already uploaded it, I can just open that up, insert it, go back in there again, tweak it, make sure it's aligned to the left, hit update, save it, and that's it. Close it. So now when we take a look at our website, and this is the mock-up website, let's take a look at the website that we are creating now. My new website. Okay, here's my brief message, the image that I still have to customize. Okay, there's something still missing. For some reason the icon didn't get added to my first widget. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back and see what happens. I guess most likely I didn't hit my save button or something, but it is there. So let's see what is going on. There it is. It's just a matter of hitting the save button to make the update happen. So there you have it. Now we have our main section there. Let's update this text. So I'm just going to copy the predefined text that I already had. We'll go into let's see here. We'll go into the theme options. Select home page. We're just going to paste this right here real quick. Okay, free website. Create your website for free. We're going to put that there. And this is going to be our main content. Again, this is a real phone number, 832-713-7332. Just give me a call if you have any questions about this video, or at any time while you're making your own website. Just let me know. I'll be more than happy to help you guys out. The call to action URL, this is where this button is going to be linked to. So here I'm going to say the call to action text. Just going to change it to the word test. Alright, we're going to save it and let's see what happens. There it is. Alright, so maybe we need to tweak this text a little bit more because it kind of seems like it's way too far to the left there. So let's get rid of all this. Let's get rid of that formatting. And we'll align it on the center. Maybe put a little bold there. Heck, let's just make it big. Paragraph, let's make it, there you go. And now we'll hit save. We have a big old button that says text that doesn't really go anywhere. Let's link this button to our contact us page. Alright, so our contact us page, we click on that, select, copy, go back to the home menu options. We'll just paste that link there, hit save. Alright, and now that when we click this test button, our page goes to our contact us page, but we want it to actually say something like start now. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and edit it one more time. We're gonna call it contact us. Alright, that's a call to action right there if I've ever seen one. Hit the save button, go back to our page, take a look at our home page. There it is, contact us. Now these buttons here, by default, they're always going to be linked to the original image. So if I click there, it takes me to the heart. If I click there, it takes me to the question mark. And if I click there, it takes me to the little comments icon. So we want to go ahead and avoid that as well. So just as a matter of fixing that, let's do some additional links. So on the home widget, we're going to open that up. I'm going to take the heart, select it, click the link button, and this is talking about a free website. So we're just going to go ahead and navigate away from that for a minute because sometimes they don't behave exactly the way you want them to. Let's see, widget 1. I'm just going to redo that one real quick. Let's see, free website. We'll put our heart image alignment from the start. I can just select left. I don't have to go through all that other stuff. Put a space in there. I'm going to copy and paste this text here. Put it right there. Okay, now when I select this heart, I'm going to click this link option and I'm going to point it over to, darn it, I did it again. Hit the escape button to recover. I'm going to point it over to any page on my site, really. The URL, we're going to just click none if I want. But I do want it to be linked to something, so I'm going to click that link option. I want it to be linked to this portfolio site, portfolio page. Hit save. Let's do the second link. We're going to link this image. Actually, we're not going to do it that way. We're going to link this image using this link button. Select the video page, which something like this ideally should probably be the contact form. But it doesn't matter. It's just for demonstration purposes. And to connect with us. Actually, that one should be the contact form. And I can modify my URL there, or I could just use the internal page option. Let's see, contact us right there. And make sure you hit save every time you update content within those pages. Let's refresh. So now we have links that actually work. Okay, throughout the duration of this video, I took you through this process where you're pretty much just installing WordPress, modifying. You got a pretty good idea of how to customize the functionality of your site using plugins and how to change themes around. Remember that different themes have different widgetized areas and different theming options, so they're not always going to be the same. Depending on which theme you have installed, you might only have like one or two options here. You might also have only a certain degree of customization options as far as what logo you can add or the backgrounds you can put in there and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, everything in your WordPress installation is fully modifiable. I'm going to show you something. This is one of my personal websites. And this is a website that I use to publish articles on how to animate. And these articles use a combination of text and animated flash files in order to illustrate my point. So this particular article here, I'm teaching people how to animate a specific animation sequence, and they can see it as they're reading it. Okay. Another website that I want to show you real quick is another one that I did, and this is for a client. Okay, this particular website, you may not know it by looking at it, but it's actually using the same exact theme that I used to create this website. So there's two completely different websites using the same exact theme as the starting point, but at the end of the day, you're going to end up with something that's customized specifically to what you want based on your needs and your creative abilities. Okay, it's just a matter of you getting in there, moving things around, playing around with the functionality, the plugins, all that stuff. So before I go, I promised you earlier that I was also going to show you where you can build your own custom graphics and logos, right? Actually, you know what? I forgot to add this image here, so let's go ahead and do that before we take care of anything else. Appearance, theme options, home page, featured content. We'll just drop that in there. Save options. Okay, so that's from our mock-up. Let's go to our actual website that we just designed. Oh wow, look, we installed it as a as a thumbnail. Let's get rid of that and fix it. Here it is. We'll get rid of that right there. Add media. We want a big version of this thing. Let's put that one in there. No. Yeah, let's put that one in there. Insert it into post. We don't want the thumbnail. We want the full size. Save options. We'll click refresh on this sucker. So that's a little bit more like it. It's a little bit bigger. Notice that because it has extra space on the side, the website is actually trying to adjust the size for us. So that's, no big deal. Let's go in here, delete it, add media. Remember, we can use the editing functions in WordPress to actually edit your website. Actually, you know what? I'm going to save some time, and I'm going to put this one in here because this one's already cropped. But I could go in there and crop it and do all sorts of stuff with it. Let's take a look at that. Boom. There we go. Now it looks a little bit more professional, more presentable. Now, getting back to what I was going to end this video with, excuse me, I was going to show you a quick way to create your own logos. And basically the way I did this one is that I went to this website. It's called Pixlr. And Pixlr.com, basically it's an online editing system similar to Photoshop, but you don't need anything installed on your computer. So you can take your image. I'm just going to leave it as a default for now. Call it test. Hit OK. Now here I can actually go in there and type whatever I want. My new site. So I can add text. It's a nice, good, bold text. And let's just leave it at that. Make it nice and big. Change the color to some kind of blue color. And I highly recommend you spend some time with this online software so you can get a pretty good idea at how to use it. You can incorporate images. Let's see. Image. We're going to open an image. Desktop. I'm going to upload this little planet graphic that I downloaded earlier. Let's see here. And I can just drop it into my canvas here. Place it right there. Use the crop function. Hit enter. And that's basically how I created this icon. There's really nothing to it. And if you actually spend some time with it, I mean, you can do some amazing things. I mean, here I'm going to create a new image. I'm just going to go with the basic selection tool here. And I'm going to just draw something that kind of looks like a continent. Alright. And then, oops, Control Z. We're going to fill it in, maybe with a gray color. Alright, we're going to do another one right here. And something that sort of looks like Africa, Europe. Fill that in. And maybe let's not leave out Australia. There we go. I'm drawing this with a mouse, so you can see that I'm not really doing anything fancy here. I mean, obviously, if you take your time with it, you can do some amazing things. The selection tool. Move it around. Let's see here. edit, free transform. We're going to make it nice and small. Enter. We're going to create a new layer. And on this layer, we're going to draw a circle. That's about right. We're going to fill in that circle with maybe a nice bluish color. Let's see here. I'm going to hit Control X so I can get rid of that because it's leaving a bunch of like little artifacts there. Delete that layer, create a new layer. Control V should paste it back in place. Alrighty. Now I'm gonna take my my layer that has this planet thing. Let me turn this off. If you hit the Shift key while you're doing this, you can select multiple items. So I'm gonna copy these this blobs here, and actually I'm gonna put them on a layer on top of everything. Paste. So now I'm gonna get rid of unwanted layers. Okay, so basically I have this one layer that has my blobs that look like a planet. I have the other layer that has this blue item here. And okay, that's my blob layer. That's a useless layer. So let's see here. I'm gonna put those in place. I can use something like this bloat tool. Just kind of add a little definition to it. I can actually go here and use the magic wand to select this blue area, but I'll paste it there. I'll invert the selection and I'll basically delete everything that's outside of that circle. Alright, I can do the same thing again. Oops. On this blue circle, create a layer on top of everything, and I can paint some additional like gradients and all sorts of stuff, but you know, I don't want to just waste too much time. So if I really spent my time with this software, I could realistically have recreated all my own custom graphics and done it all inside of this completely free software. You know, when you're done, you can save it and export it to whatever format you need. So that's that's another like little valuable website that you can use to create your own custom graphics if you don't want to buy clip art, or if you don't want to spend time like looking for something that somebody else has already done, to create your own graphics for your website. So that's the software that I use to build this logo, so feel free to use it. You know, if you have any questions, you know, give me a call. So aside from that, hope you enjoyed this video, and you'll notice that now that you're done with the video, you'll be able to go back, do your own website, and it'll probably only take you about 15 minutes to do it. So until then, if you have any other suggestions for additional videos, just let me know, guys. I'll talk to you later. Bye.